Welcome to NayNayfin. I'm Nayfin, and with me I have Dan from A Up It's Dan. Welcome back
Hey, Paul, hope you're
to
well.
welcome back to the Phasmo podcast, part two, and we are talking about Silent Hill. So we are still trying to get the ins and outs of this project, and I decided we've still got a lot more to say on this subject. So let's do a part two for it. The weather has made quite a change, so it's not like we're going out anyway. Um, so where we left off last, we were talking about the downfall of our Silent Hill 3 playthrough, where Cheryl just completely obliterated me with her Uzi, and we were all fed up, wanting to go to bed at 5 o'clock in the morning. Um, Dan,
It
you
went beyond that. It got to like 7 in the morning, I think.
Oh jeez, it was a long while. Dan, did you had more on the subject you wanted to say? I believe.
I think we were just going through where we were when we completed East Island Hill
Yeah,
for
pretty
whatever
much.
reason.
Um,
But 3, yes, I remember 3 was in the flat I lived in. I think we were 20. It was during, I want to say 2010, I think it was. I don't know why I remember that so distinctly. Don't recall the rest of the run being too much of a difficulty.
mm,
I think we completed it in 2 sittings, the entire game. I'm 90% sure. 4, I'm pretty sure we did 4 in just 1 sitting. Your Greenbank flat back in the time.
yeah,
And that
yeah,
one,
that
Silent
makes
Hill 4, you
sense.
really fucking plow through that, can't you, actually, that game, thinking of it.
Four is so two and two. Silent Hill 2 I've played the most, and 4 I've played a fair bit of. Silent Hill 3 I've only played that the one time with you. And same with Silent Hill 1 actually. 2 and 4 is my jam. I don't know if this is a common thing, but I find that a lot of people are really big on 1 and 3 and other people are big on 2 and 4. Is that a fair statement or
I think it's because they're sort of not really 4 and 2 connected, but obviously, what 3 being a direct sequel to 1. I think that's why people sort of relate to that one.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Bizarrely,
two and 4 kind of was connected because
Ted
like
Walters, dad, and everything.
yeah, yeah, in little ways, not as much as 1 and 3 was, but yeah.
I
Um,
feel,
mm,
ironically, because I think 3 is probably my favourite Silent Hill game. Like, that is the inspiration I took for a novel I tried to write when I was 14 years old. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that another day, because we don't have enough time in one sitting for that, even when we're starting it. But, ironically, the part of Silent Hill I really dislike the most is the cult stuff. I don't care. Like, the fuck, just piss off. The fucking speaking to me cryptically. I've already got
interesting.
enough shit going on. Walking around this town with monsters trying to kill me, pyramid heads trying to knife me around. Now I got some cryptic asshole who won't even give me a straight answer, talking in Kingdom Heart riddles every 5 minutes. Fuck off. Pisses me off. It's bad enough in Silent Hill 1 we had Dahlia going around. He'd be like, "Where's my daughter?" He'd be like, "Is it your daughter or is it the daughter of the fog?" And I know it's Ash. Behave
Can,
yourself.
can we just
Whereas
can we just take a moment to say that Dahlia what was her last name? Galipsy, something like that.
Gillespie,
That's yeah.
Dahlia
Can we
Gillespie.
can we just take a moment to say that your coming was foretold? She read about it by using gyromancy, which to
I
this
like
day,
Gyromancy. Who doesn't?
Adam finds the funniest thing because what does gyromancy entail? Um,
They didn't have Snapchat back then. They didn't have a
yeah,
lot to
but what
do.
is gyromancy? Adam likes to
No,
think
no.
you can see the future by spinning around on the spot, yeah, until you get so
Maybe
dizzy.
you could. This is the thing. I don't even know what I don't even know what power they're going for. I've never understood the cult stuff. Even like, oh, going for us already, sir. David, get out of my way.
Sorry, that was really surprising. I was just like,
He
really?
cowered from that.
I was just like, I don't want the podcast to end right now. I'm still like,
Oh, Dad's getting into his cult fiasco. But I don't know why. It just annoys me every time. I mean, you think you're finally done with it. You get on the Silent Hill 2.
time for
Oh, it's just
pills.
a guy's. It's just a guy's repressed memories. That's fine. When Silent Hill 3 comes around, okay, things have got Silent Hillish again. That's absolutely fine. Who's this woman? I am Claudia, and you have been foretold. Oh, it's another fucking cult leader. And this time, he's got a bloody antagonistic person in the name of Vincent or Victor. I think it's Vincent. And he's speaking cryptically as well.
In all fairness, I thought
Just...
I kind of feel like the cult and Silent Hill kind of go hand in hand. I know less so in Silent Hill 2. Um, uh, is that a fair statement to say? Because I don't know, Silent Hill
No,
2 was.
there's no cult that I remember in Silent Hill 2.
So I was gonna say Silent Hill 2 was kind of a story in its own right.
Yeah.
It mentioned the coal like burning a lot, because that was one of the things, like I can't remember the story exactly, but like they had a lot of coal mines there, and like the smoke from the mines basically made everyone a bit stir crazy.
I mean, that's understandable.
That was one of the things I remember. I can't remember the exact details, but I mean, for me, all I need to know is bad stuff happened in Silent Hill, and it's made it very spooky. Don't go there.
Well, exactly. So some little girl is pissed off, like he's holding one hell of a grudge, and rightfully so. The thing I find bizarre, speaking on to the cults, Silent Hill Origins, I really enjoyed for some reason.
I remember borrowing that off you. I got about halfway through. I was really enjoying it. I got stuck somewhere. I can't remember where. And I kind of just put it down and just never went back to it.
There was just something almost beautiful because they incorporated this, I don't know what you call it actually, not technique by any means necessary, feature, I suppose you can probably call it, where you can just pick up pretty much anything and use it as a weapon.
Yeah, I remember that.
I can't remember who the end boss was for the life of me.
Sorry, carry on.
But I ran out of ammo, so I couldn't shoot him. So I just fucking bludgeoned the end boss with every TV I could find. Like, my character was just carrying about 7 TVs in his back pocket. And the end boss, and he was just fucking both hands with the TV, waving it above his head, just crashing it into his fucking eldritch horror monstrosity. And fucking the TV would shatter in his hand, and the end boss would go in for another attack. And out of nowhere, Travis would pick up another TV and just keep smacking him with it.
I definitely need to get back to trying playing Origins again.
You could throw cups at people.
This is what it.
We died?
No, I just chucked a cup at you.
Oh, I see. Oh, so much fuck happened.
It's definitely one of those things we need to like actually stream them all. We should just do like.
We'll put it on a list. That will be the A Up. It's Dan and Nayfin PhasmoPodcast plays things. I don't know. Either old NayNayfin streams. But the weird thing about that is, they obviously is a prequel to Silent Hill 1.
Yeah.
They did some character, and I mean grade A, Stalin character assassinations on everyone that appeared in the game.
What do you mean?
But it was fucking ridiculous. They made Lisa Garland a complete slut.
Oh, like, yeah.
The second she saw Travis, she was like, "Hey, Travis, I want to get to know you a little bit."
I never really got
Lisa
that.
Garland,
I never really got
nice
that
person.
in her character in the first game.
That's what I mean. Unless I spared you, sort of. Don't be like that. I don't remember if we had Dr. Kaufman in it. And I don't remember what he did, but he was a bit different as well. But the weirdest thing, they made Dahlia a crackhead.
Huh.
Like, to the best of my knowledge, anyway. I remember she had the appearance of a crackhead. Maybe if you're editing this, put a little picture of her in there, side by side as comparison. Because Silent Hill 1, old gypsy woman wearing, like, just gypsy stuff. Yeah, you're doing editing. I went ahead. I'll link her picture in the comments below. Like and subscribe. But then, in Silent Hill Origins, she's wearing like this big ass mountain jacket. Her hair's a mess, and I know it's been like, in fact, no, it's not even been a long amount of time. It's been like 8 years before the first one. So in that time frame, she
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. See you in part 3.
Everybody. Need to find another candle here. The fuck are the matches? He's got them. We're just gonna have to do this in the dark. Right, so Nayfin is dead. Now the other umbrage I had, I can't quite remember what Dali was wearing. But even then, when my idle brain, before the dangers of the world was made apparent to me, I saw this woman on my PSP at 4 o'clock in the morning and thought, she's a fucking crackhead. I mean, she burned her daughter alive, so that is understandable. Listen, lad, I'm trying to make a point here. Can you give me 5 fucking minutes, please? Oh, you can? Alright.
Welcome back to NayNayfin. I'm Nayfin, and I'm here with Dan from A Up It's Dan. Welcome back to the PhasmoPodcast, part, I'm going to say 2.5, because that time we were killed quite quickly, so I'm probably going to release those two on the same day. That was a demon that just killed us. That's why it happened quicker than the first time. My guess is it used its ability on both of us and dropped our sanity low. Because I just used the pills, I think, and I'm pretty sure it shouldn't have hunted at that time. So yeah, it just straight up used its ability, and of course that was it.
He made mincemeat out of us.
Yeah. So even though we're on the same night talking about Silent Hill, it's no longer thunder and lightning. It's actually snowing now.
Or is it ash?
Well, that, you know what? I like that. Let's go with that.
Hey,
it's Silent Hill Ash. So we are continuing our conversation about Silent Hill. What was, before we were rudely interrupted, what was the last thing we had mentioned? Do you remember?
I was having a bit of a rant about the cult of Silent Hill, and I was also having a little bit of a rant of the character assassination of the characters of Silent Hill.
Yeah, that's
which
right.
I stand by. I still stand by that. I think that's all I could remember, though. I remember, actually, no, Alyssa was a little cunt in that game. I know she's a sordid character.
Isn't she, like, dying for half of it?
No, she dies at the start when she comes back. But she does this thing now, and keep in mind it's, like, quite bad PSP graphics. So she can't really emote as well as she would hope to.
Yeah.
But every time Travis is in, like, the normal world, he's just going about his business, having a good time. And then he'll see Alyssa. And he'll be like, oh, it's you, the girl burnt to death. And she'll obviously intend to do this death stare. But because he can't emote, it's just literally zooming in on her face whilst the static goes, whee, and then he's transported to the other world. And like after 2 or 3 occasions of this happening, he sees her again. He's like, don't you do that stare thing. And she's like, whee, and he goes, he's like, fuck it, stop it.
Random off topic, but like, are PSPs still being made?
No, we've not been made in
I didn't think so. It's only because that we're talking about a PSP game that I've gone, I haven't seen a PSP in a while. I mean, I know DS has been like gone for ages, and I know there are still some handheld games. I suppose that Switch technically is a handheld console, I guess. Not that I've ever used it as a handheld console. I see people who do, but yeah, no, it's just weird to me, that like PSP is a thing of the past.
Oh, I loved my PSP.
I know you did.
I had like 3 games on it though, like throughout my entire life of having it. I think that was Silent Hill Origins.
When's the last time you actually played your PSP?
I don't even know where it is. I haven't seen it in years.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I still own your copy.
That's quick.
It's not hunting. Where's my flashlight? Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I still own your copy of Dream Drop Distance Kingdom Hearts.
That's on the DS.
Oh, was it? Okay.
In Bath by Sleep.
No, I guess I own one of your DS games then.
Either way, I broke my DS as well, so you're welcome to keep that, I guess.
My DS is still around, but I haven't used it in years. I don't even know if I've got the plug for it anymore.
I had a phase of really missing it like a few months ago. I was like, I just want to play my DS. I think, why the fuck would I want to play? I had no games for it other than Pokemon.
All I can think of is playing Animal Crossing. Anyway, let's get back to Silent Hill before we
Oh
go off on
yeah,
an
back to that.
amazing tangent. Yeah, end up getting killed, and it's like the Silent Hill episode? Question mark.
A friend from work wanted me to do a podcast. So I'm quite high demand when it comes to other people's podcasts, apparently. And he was like, "You're going to do a podcast with me. When shall I pick you up?" And I was like, "Excuse the fuck me." He was like, "Yeah, we're going to call it Tangent City." And I was like, "Well, am I going to get a say in this? Am I being bloody like thrown off to some like podcast bloody shit or something?"
I'm
And
glad.
then he just wouldn't take no for an answer. Like every time he's like, "So we're going to talk about this on our podcast," and I was like, "Fuck off! No, we're not. I'm not doing a podcast with you."
That's
I mean, he
really
just disappeared off
random.
the face. Like I've not heard of him. He just disappeared off the face of the planet. To the extent where he might be dead, but I'm not too sure.
Oh, well, that's a cheery thought. It's time to take some pills.
I've already taken it. But anyway,
Have fun with
tangent
pills.
aside, ironically, take your pills quick.
Yeah.
Oh, you left the door. What's that
What?
light up and back there?
Oh,
Oh, you can see the light
yeah.
popping off over there.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
Oh, we'll leave it
that,
be,
that
it's
was
fine.
just that was the ghost doing that. You know what? I'll leave that. I'll leave them to it. What is the name of this ghost anyway? I'm not gonna say it
I don't
because
know.
I don't want them coming for us. Okay.
Don't piss him off.
You were saying.
I pretty much finished my
Yeah,
point
yeah.
from there on.
Oh,
Silent Hill
okay.
Origins, not not a bad game, all in all. I don't remember a lot. I remember bad characters, bad graphics to a degree, and bludgeoning enemies with TVs.
I
That's
like
about it.
I like how your character is fixated on. Sorry, as soon as I turned around, a painting fell on the floor. And I just
Well, there,
completely.
you're quite alright. Over.
I just like how your character is completely fixated on that area, and it's weird because like we're obviously doing this. It's completely we're not playing Phasmophobia as the creators intended it to, and it's just kind of weird that while we're talking about stuff, things are happening off down there. Like, for like if this was real life, that would be, a roommate. Roy, you dropped a painting. Look, we're trying to have a conversation. We're trying to play board games in the living room. What are you doing, Roy?
Stop it, Roy, please. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to be involved in board game night. You have it every night without me.
Oh, poor Roy. Roy,
My favourite Silent Hill was Homecoming.
you know what? That was actually my next topic.
Hey, Roy.
What is your thoughts on Homecoming?
See, I remember now this. When I first started blogging, it was 2010, and my first blog was a Silent Hill Homecoming blog, and it was so embarrassing. I looked back at it like 3 or 4 years later, and thought this is fucking awful. I think I was inspired by Yahtzee, where I was just being needlessly critical for the most pointless of things. But in addition to that, I completely and utterly got my facts wrong. I was like, oh, he was taken over by Americans. That part was true. It's like, but we tried so hard to be like Silent Hill. They called themselves Team Silent. That was the original people's name. It would have taken me 10 seconds.
You completely just butchered your own blog.
It would have taken me 10 seconds to Google, and I was like, they're so try hard. They called themselves Team Silent.
As I
That
say,
was the
I
original
made
one.
sure to do some research for like things where my brain lacks information from it, minus the stories, because it's not like I played the games recently. Silent Hill 5 though, I actually really like. Not as much as 2 and 4, and like I'm sure if I played 1 and 3 more, it wouldn't be as much because it's a very linear game.
Oh yeah.
But it was still very enjoyable. I mean, the whole thing of they shoehorned in Pyramid Head. Pyramid Head had no reason to be there. I mean,
They just
yeah,
made a cameo. Hey, guys.
it's basically a cameo. But like, I suppose that are so there'll be some people in the comments saying, oh, actually. There are reasons that Pyramid Head was there. They sort of had reasons for it, but considering how Pyramid Head was very popular, that's the main reason why they stuck him in 5. Let's just
That's the main thing for like every character who gets popular. Is I can't think of any other sort of.
It's like in the first movie, Pyramid Head was put into that, and he's in the second movie. Yeah, it's like it's a popular character. Like, and I'm not saying that's wrong. Yeah, like I love Pyramid Head, so like I'm happy to see more of him. But yeah, you still kind of need to have your reasonings behind. You are just looking up in the ceiling, and it looks weird right now because your hands are just floating in front of me.
Down a bit there. There we go. But like we're trying to gather warmth from the candle. It's like, the heating's been out for 3 days. I'm so cold.
But yeah, 5 I actually really like. It's like just I can't really explain it. It's just a nice jaunt through a game.
It had the best of both worlds in regards to it had the coat. It can't be Silent Hill without a coat, no matter your feelings on it. And it also had a character with imposter syndrome. So he literally went, right, Silent Hill 1 was loved. Silent Hill 2 was loved. What's the two things connecting these? Cults and imposter syndrome? I know. We'll have a man who thinks he's a soldier.
Take a pill.
And we'll also have a big coat in there named Shepherd's Glen.
Yeah.
And like,
there was one thing I didn't like about it, though. Sorry, continue your thought.
Well, it's the fact that, like, in the flashback, not only was he like, because with James Sunderland, he had like not imposter syndrome, but he was repressing a lot about him. But with Alex,
is imposter syndrome the right term that you want?
Well, was he ever a soldier, or did he just think he was a soldier? I don't remember that part.
Actually, I see what you see. Yeah, no, he was never a soldier.
Army.
He ended up making himself believe he was. I don't think that's imposter syndrome, though. Imposter syndrome, I'm probably getting this wrong, and I'm gonna do a quick Google of it. But in my memory, imposter syndrome is when you actually do a job, but you feel that you're not good at that job, like you don't belong there.
No! Do you Google it?
I'm doing my Googling. I could be
called workplace anxiety.
Psychological pattern in which people doubt their accomplishments and have a persistent, often internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud. So yeah,
oh goodness sake! So this is just for dads getting out in bloody episode.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. So it's not called imposter syndrome, but he was not a soldier. He thought he was. So it was. I don't know what you'd call that. I mean amnesia, I suppose. But
just title this episode "Confidently Incorrect." Confidently incorrect, everything.
That's one of my favorite Reddit.
Oh yeah, no. We'll get to that in another episode. We're going on a tangent. Actions are completely incorrect.
But
I remember him. I remember like for all throughout the game, like 95% of the game, he's like, I used to be a soldier, and I've seen some shit, man. So, like, even seeing all these horrors, he's just like, nothing like the child I shot in Iraq. And then, in the final flashback, he is the biggest man-child I've ever met in my entire life. He is, like, a 23-year-old man bullying a 10-year-old. It's like, hey, kid, I got your pendant. What are you gonna do about it? Nerd. And I'm like, oh, no, he really is. Like, they've really done him dirty these last 5 minutes or so.
What was the name of his brother? It was his brother, wasn't it?
I know it's not, but for some reason I can't get the name Stan out of my head.
Is it Josh?
I know. Oh, it might be Josh. Yeah, Josh does sound like it would.
What's the name of the character's son in not Alan Wake? Are
you thinking of that Cage game?
The what?
Jason and Sean.
Sean. Yeah, Jason. Sean. Jason.
Yeah,
what game was that? What game was that?
Fuck, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Hang on.
The Origami Killer.
Yeah. We both like.
Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain. Thank you. That was going to drive me crazy.
That game was fucking atrocious.
Wait, was it Sean in Silent Hill 5?
No, Sean. He may have been in Silent Hill 5, but Sean
was that also Heavy Rain?
Yeah,
yeah.
Jason and both, I think, dead by the end of the game.
That's it. Yeah, because I can remember.
Depending on how you
John. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, son.
But yeah, I think it was Josh. In fact, there's a yeah, that's right. It's Josh because I remember. Do you remember Das Bullshit? A YouTuber who uses Gmod to create funny videos and parodies called Gmod Idiot Box.
I'm not quite familiar with him.
There's a scene that he does of Alex and Josh running around to the Benny Hill theme, and like it always makes me smile when I think about it. But yeah, they're just running around and he's going, Josh, where's Josh? Where's my brother? To the Benny Hill theme. Like, look that up. If you
He was obsessed with finding. I mean, understandably so. He was obsessed with finding him. But, like, it was real. No,
I can't believe
groundwork.
I can't believe that's a reference I had to pull up.
Yeah, anything. Silent Hill 5 can make you think of deep, dark things. Apparently. Like that game, it was just, it tried, I know I'm sounding a bit like my 2010 blog, but it tried so hard to be both Silent Hills, because it even tried having the movie tied in with it, with the miners people. Like, oh, we need the cult members. They're like, there were miners in the movie, let's put them in. That'll work. But who else did they have? It was a real stupid pact they all made, wasn't it? It was something like every 50 years, you have to kill your firstborn child who live in Shepherd's Glen. Now, I know we've gone around Shepherd's Glen during the silent hillification of it, but it's a fucking shithole. You wouldn't just move to like a little suburb or something. It's not that.
I think
it's not that big of a place.
I think that's another thing, yeah, that why it wasn't as popular. Because though you do go to Silent Hill, what really did Silent Hill have to do with any of that?
Oh no,
I'm sure there's reasons for it. I can't remember the story very much, yeah. But like as we talk about it, I'm just like, it really didn't need to be a Silent Hill game. I reckon it would have been more popular if they called it something different.
I said,
and
you know what?
Not had Pyramid Head.
That's exactly what I said. I think if it was just a random horror game, it would have been forgotten about, though. I feel it would have just been like one of those 2010 horror games.
It would have been one of those hidden gems, though.
What would the title have been, though? It might have just been called Shepherd's Glen. Or The Pact. Excuse the fuck me, mate. Use that like anyway.
Zach, I was just about to say that.
Oh, God,
right, so that's probably the end of this episode. In the next... Oh, that's not the end of the episode. It is just a... Oh! This is the first... Oh, I'm really happy. This is the first time that Dan's died before I have. Every time we've done this, every time, including all of the trial runs we did, it's always been me. So that, you know what? I'm happy about that. So that will be the end of the episode. I mean, I'm going to carry on talking until like I eventually die. You really have slumped over that. I've got a couple more topics to speak about for this current episode for Silent Hill. Which, when I'm alive again, will be out on the next video. So we shall see you then. Bye!